what's up, America? Donald Trump inflation. So little bit of a loss for Donald Trump today as inflation goes up to 2.7%, which is unfortunate because we're looking for prices to come down, and this spells that prices overall are going up. Now, most of us have noticed that the prices have stayed equal or have gone up slightly since Donald Trump has been president, and they're blaming everything from tariffs to the Federal Reserve. But the reality of the situation is our entire economy and monetary system has inflation built into the system. That's because you're using a private bank known as the Federal Reserve for your currency. Now, of course, that's not the only reason this is the case, but it does definitely significantly increase inflation when the head of the Federal Reserve refuses to lower interest rates. Now, if the head of the Federal Reserve would lower interest rates to about 1%, we would see a great deal of decrease in pricing overall. But our economic system that's based on debt right now hates deflation and can only tolerate increase, which is inflation. So here in the United States, we have a problem with our money losing most of its value since the 1960s. And of course, prices going up, never ever stopping. And this is mainly because of the Federal Reserve, along with price gouging and misguided policies. So here in the United States, we need a slow, steady, long-term plan for deflation. Deflation too fast will spell a collapse of our economy, possible depression. But if you do it correctly, we can lower prices while increasing the value of our dollar. But that takes us getting off the Federal Reserve. See, we need a deflation value here in the United States of about 5% per year, maybe 6% for the next 4 solid years. But our monetary system is based on an inflationary increase of anywhere between 1 and 4.5%, give or take. And so with a system like this, you have nothing but to deal with inflation because it's built in. So even if Donald Trump wants to get down to 0% inflation, it's almost impossible on our current economic system. And so prices will continue to go up regardless of who's president, and the value of the dollar will continue to slip until we change our economic system, i.e. getting off the Federal Reserve and placing most of our shit on commodities-backed or based currency. Kind of like the gold standard, much more expanded. And that's just it. Until you do that, there's not much that can be done. Every president will be experiencing inflationary increase unless you make big moves for our economic system. And that means throwing the Federal Reserve in the shitter. And that means creating a system where your money's backed by something and not fiat.